Hi, everybody, and a happy November 2024. I hope you're alright or possibly even well out there, wherever you are and however you are. I send you my love, and I'll just step aside now and let our friends, the Arcturian Council, with main man Oumblam at the helm, I'll let them speak and see what we can expect from this coming month. Much love to you out there, guys. Hello, sweet human beings. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. This is your friend Oumblam speaking on behalf of the entire Arcturian awareness, the ninth dimensional council, and bringing to you the true, deep, harmonic, and invigorating pulse of our galactic home, this beautiful, precious galaxy, of which we are a part and of which you are a part. So, hello, galaxy calling. You may have seen the skies have been yielding surprises these last months. There's always things to look for in the skies, and there are always new mysteries to uncover. That much you might know, and that much you might even be keeping up with to some extent. Some of you are very interested in mysterious sightings, lights in the night, unidentified objects flying around. These are very compelling to some of you, and to others you are fascinated by the developments in observational science, in your idea of how grand and complex and mystifying the great outer spaces and its wonderful surprises as you observe the physical laws bend and do that bumblebee thing which always baffles your science. You observe the bumblebee flying, you relate it to your models of how things fly, and you can't match up the two things. And then you have to either make the bumblebee wrong or adapt your models. And that's a lot of what is going on in this month of November 2024. Are you pointing to reality? Are you pointing to the bumblebee? You're making it wrong because your models are out of date? Or are you learning to update your models? So we have entitled this transmission, Light Splits in Two. You might sense that we enjoy paradoxes, as do you. And these are ladders that you climb on until you reach the places you can climb through, and then you can break on through to the other side. But the other side is just another version of your reality. The place you're already is. It's a more illuminated, a brighter, a more connected place where things are more intense, but also more visible, more ordered, more harmonic. And this is a place that many of you have been targeting, navigating towards, moving towards in your minds, in your bodies, in your journeys, even in your physical spaces and living situations, these more harmonic confluences. And as you establish yourself in these energies, you also observe how the world begins to present itself with a type of discordant presence, a grating, unpleasant, angry, upset, desperate, greedy, power-hungry, and deceptive vibration. So you have felt this, you have moved into what we call the light, because this is what it is. Light is living information, light is love, light is the substance of the created universe. And this is what you also call spirituality. This is the process of opening yourself up to more of the divine light and living with it and exuding it. And the hallmarks of that are the same in whatever time and whatever place you find. They are long-suffering, they are patience, they are forgiveness, they are understanding, but they are also rectitude, discernment, and distinction. And so you have observed that there is this element which you had first to learn to detect and separate in yourself and see for what it was. And you had to learn to stop feeding these impulses. And you might sense now, we sense as you hear this, that so many of you are now aware that these, let's call them darker desires or impulses, low vibrations, are alive within you, and therefore you feel there's still more improvement to be done. And yet your awareness of it is a sign that you have managed to put this darkness into its proper place of shade, where the shadow has its proper proportion. You're seeing this force on the outside accumulating and growing stronger. At least it's accelerating. Its pace is intensifying. It's extinguishing itself at a faster pace. This is what you're observing. It's a consumption in the literal sense of the word. It is something which denies its own further existence by the way it proceeds. So much like the candle that burns and then is consumed, what you're seeing is that these dark impulses are consuming themselves, and they're turning into these circuitries of destruction. And these circuitries of destruction, they're ordered in different temporal and energetic flows than the ones that are now manifold or multiplying on your planet. And so no longer predominant, these darker impulses, they have to orient themselves towards past content. And you will see it is this past content, what you may understand as collective karma, the sins of your fathers. It's this past content which doesn't have a place in your future. And so it's not connected to the flow of light and love, which is the thing which actually attracts you and has carried you, we could say, through darker times and configurations. Your soul's migration through these spaces up into brighter spaces, and yet brighter spaces still to come, is a temporal process, and it is connected to the flow of light and love and that presence in the world system surrounding you. So, therefore, you will experience that these shadows are both seeking the light, because this is how they are created, defined, and yet they can't reach it because they are in a space where light is retreating from them, and so it's growing darker. And with that, there is always this moment where you see shadows extending, where it is as if this wistful mood of the night will last forever, and yet it will only be a brief instant. And notice how quickly things come to pass in your time. And we have been addressing things that are more of a collective quality. That is, sometimes you will find that these messages, as we are aware of all the energy fields that are tuning into this, that they are more of a personal character. They attain to this delightfully concentrated group of people which we address, possibly even the concerns of our friend here. But this time, this is more of a universal message, because this concentrated group of friends which we are addressing, well, you are on that step where the concentric circles of light, the divine harmony, is before you, and it's opening to you. So you can step into this light and discover it for yourself. But it's important for you to understand also what it is maybe going on in the collective, because you may be sensing that there are many who feel this type of madness, darkness, anger, grief, confusion, and dismay, that it's kicking and bucking its way out of them, but it's a recalcitrant force. And by you allowing yourself to be an invitation, to be the glorious example, to be the way of non-doing, the Wu way, the orientation towards what is good, true, and right, simply in your presence, the more you do that, the more you will understand that when you are observing other people acting out, they're actually seeking that allowance, that beacon of light from you, even though it might seem as though they're inviting you to participate in their negative discourses or their low vibrations. You are doing them a service by holding that light and knowing that that is what they're also circling, trying to become themselves, and what they're navigating, because light is the only reality beyond divine will itself. And these two, they go on forever creating in love. And with that exuberant blessing, of which we are a part, of which we partake, of which we receive, and which we pass on to you, because that privilege is also given unto us, we send you our deepest love from the ninth dimension, from all living beings to your living heart. Love to you, sweet human beings. Our blessings, our gratitude. Farewell. For now. Farewell. I hope you felt and heard that, and have a wonderful month out there. Much love to you guys.